Here at East Jessamine High School in Nicholasville, Kentucky, players and coaches prepare for a regular season game in a year that has been anything but regular. Not only do they have to worry about other teams, they also have to worry about rising coronavirus cases in their area that could stop their season in its tracks. Assistant coach Mike Kelly gave us an update on the team's health so far this season.
Well, right now, our JVs had to be in quarantine right now, so it's basically, fortunately, we haven't had a positive test on this team.
Just because the Jaguars hadn't had a positive test doesn't mean this year wasn't a struggle for the team in terms of chemistry. Head coach Mike Boland walked me through how different this year has been compared to others.
We start January and do a preseason workout. We start working with the weightlifting, takes us through spring football. We do what we call Jaguar games, which are some like team building stuff, some intense games to kind of get the kids focused and get them back to being more of a team. Then in the summer, we start practice, and we take our kids off to a camp, which is all about toughness, making them tough, really kind of bringing them together. In the meantime, we do 7-on-7s. And so all of that got taken away from us. This year we were just completely just given a start date, said here you go, we got 3 weeks to get ready for our first game. So we missed all that build up. So it would be like just throwing your favorite ingredients into a pot and saying here I'm gonna cook it and see what happens. And unfortunately we've not handled it really, really well.
Seniors James Fraley and Taji Jackson echoed the sentiments of their head coach, but their confidence in what their team can do when they come together was evident.
We had a rough start in the beginning. A lot of people just have been around each other a lot. So it was a little awkward at first, but right now we're clicking.
From last year, compared to the COVID, we didn't have really enough time or chance to combine as a team, come together as a team, actually be as physical as we wanted to. So it kind of put a stump to us, but we're going to bounce back most definitely.
Coach Boland also walked me through some of the regulations that the team now has to abide by because of the pandemic.
Jessamine County, he has to answer a series of 5 questions, and he also has to have his temperature taken. When you're talking about a football team that's got 60-plus players who are coming in at staggered times, that becomes very tough. You also have to do the same thing for your coaching staff. At practice, when we first started, and before we were allowed to actually get out and practice, we were having to wipe the balls down in between each exchange. The kids still have to wear their mask when they're not doing extreme exercise.
With COVID regulations affecting everyone across the state, Taji Jackson felt that the team had an obligation to be leaders in the community when it came to abiding by COVID guidelines.
Well, we have to follow the guidelines, mask up, 6 feet apart on the sideline. So I think we're being good leaders for the community, and everybody will be able to play football. With
a week of practice behind them and their game against Woodford County just a day away, Coach Boland gave this message to his team.
We are playing. And I told you all week we had to prepare for that. I had this kind of gut feeling that no matter what the numbers said, they were going to back up and say, yeah, let's play anyway. Now, that tells me something. That tells me they want a piece of you. We got to go over there ready to fight, okay? Because I can tell you this, for the last 6 quarters on film, they have taken it to Madison Southern and they have taken it to Collins.
Unfortunately for the Jaguars, their game against Woodford County on October 23rd was postponed to October 30th because of a thunderstorm. However, before the Jaguars could get back on the field again, disaster struck as one of their players tested positive for COVID-19 and had exposed many of the other players on the team. The Jaguars were forced to cut their season short after just 7 games, finishing 1-6. Hopefully next season will be a much more normal season for high school teams across the state.